Hello fam, welcome. My name is MagdalineJanet. If you are new, welcome to the fam. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because we're always here having a good time. And come visit me on TikTok and Instagram because I'm always there too. And of course, welcome back to my oldies but goodies. Wow, fam, foundation is on. As always, I always avoid the under eye area. You guys asked for this. I got a bunch of requests to review the Kosas Revealer Concealer because the foundation's bomb. It's legit one of my favorite foundations. So of course, I got you. So I have the shade here 4.5. So I've heard nothing but wonders. Wow, this looks super light. We have a concealer shade that has pink undertones. The reason I do that is because I have darkness. Pink shade is gonna also color correct and even out this under eye area. I always like to get a concealer that has those pink or peach tones, so it also does concealing and color correcting all in one. Okay, let's see. That's a scent, but I don't know what that is. This is the applicator. And then I already did my eye cream. I used the Belief eye cream, so I put it on maybe like 30 minutes ago. Let's see. Okay. It feels like gentle. It's like moving nicely. It's definitely pigmented. I let this sit for a little. Let me have the sponge. Ooh, that's creamy. Then my sponge is just lightly damp. Wow, look at this. Look at this coverage. It's pigmented. It isn't well, it's creasing a little, but let's just wait it out. What you think? Holy coverage, huh? Look, before and after. And I purposely did not wear eyeshadow so you can really see the full effect. We got a full effect. Look, you see the darkness here? And it's like, it went away. Wow. Oh, by the way, I got a new backlight and I don't think I like it. It's a little bit on the warmer side, so that's why the background looks a little different. But I've been sleeping on this. Thank you guys for telling me. What? Oh my god, oh my god. So what I'm gonna do right now is apply the concealer with this brush on the right side, and then I'm gonna give you all the info about the product. The Kosas Revealer Super Creamy Brightening Concealer in Daytime Eye Cream retails for $28. I have the shade 4.5N. It's light medium with subtle pink undertones. It comes in 28 shades. This is a crease-proof, medium coverage, super creamy concealer, eye cream, and spot treatment in one that visibly brightens and helps reveal better looking skin. The coverage is medium, the finish is radiant. The formulation is cream. Highlighted ingredients is caffeine and pink algae extract that fights dark circles, puffiness, and dullness, hyaluronic acid and peptides that hydrates and visibly plumps for supple, juicy skin, arnica and panthenol, the ultimate skin calming tool for blemishes and redness. This comes in a 0.20 ounce bottle. Okay, this coverage is so impressive. It's creamy, it's blendable. It's a medium coverage, but I feel like it's that good type of full coverage, you know? Let me look up so you can see. Here's the sponge, here's the brush. Look ahead. I think I'm liking the sponge a little bit better. Creasing does happen when you have a lot of product in this area as well. Actually, if you do have a lot of product and you're like, what do I do now? Get a brush, small blending brush, and you could just sweep it away right where the creasing happens, like in the middle of the eye right here. Kind of just buffs away that product. Once we set it, it'll be like A1. Luis Torres does this and I got it from him and it was a game changer. So okay, let's set. I'm gonna use my very bougie yet favorite powder. So let's get some Givenchy powder. Let's get like a little amount. I'm gonna get my powder puff. These I get from Amazon. I'm gonna get powder, even it out on the hand so it's spread out evenly. Look up. Get rid of like any creases that I may have, but I don't actually. I'm gonna look up, get my puff it down, press it down. I didn't dip back in, I'm just going in with what I have. Here on the lids, I always like to show you how the lids are. You see how smooth this makes the lids? I have textured lids. This is all with the same amount of powder. I'm not putting any more powder on my puff. Yeah, I think with this concealer, the sponge looks a little bit better, looks a little smoother. Here's the sponge, here's the brush. Can you tell? I set it the same way because the puff is just the best way to set because it gives you like this flawless look down here. I've tried it with the sponge, I've tried with the brush. You guys have seen me try and this is just the best result, and I have to show you the best way in order for us to know the product and really give the product a solid chance. The brush, I feel like we got a little bit of texture here. It doesn't look bad, but I can see it enough to tell you. So I'm gonna get the same brush I used. I cleaned it off a little. I'm just gonna buff up here. This helps to like smooth out the area. So, ooh, I'm excited. So it is currently 6:30 in the a.m. I woke up early today. So what I'm gonna do is just finish up the face and I'll be back. All right, fam. All I did was put some eyeliner and mascara. I left both areas alone so you guys can see how the under eyes and the lids look. The brush is creasing a lot but the sponge isn't. So I feel like we have good coverage and this side is definitely the creaseless side. And look, let me show you my lids. They look really good. They are creasing. You see how they're creasing a little bit right here? That happens because this texture is a little bit on the thicker side and the sponge just absorbs a little bit of the product. I think it just applies very nicely, helps avoid any creasing. With the brush, you'll always get a fuller coverage. Kind of just keep the product there. Nothing really absorbs. So that's probably why we're creasing with the brush. Just keep in mind, I always like to give you guys different options so we get to know the product. And yeah, see you later. Bye. So I just realized my background was really warm today. I am in the process of fixing my backlight. My apologies if it's like super warm. I'll try to fix the lighting. But okay, this is how the concealer looks. Here we have the sponge, which just looks bomb, huh? Look how smooth it looks. And then here is the brush. The brush is a little rough. You see the darkness is peeking through. It just doesn't look as smooth, right? I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this sponge side. It's just here, I feel like you see that darkness a lot, you know? But okay, I'm back. It is 5 o'clock. I had to change the lighting because I was not feeling that warm. But here we are 12 hours later. But of course, before we get started, I do want to show you how the under eyes were looking in straight sunlight. Here on the left side, without the piercings, is the eye that we blended out with the sponge, and on the right side with the majority of the piercings is the side we blended out with the brush. At this point, I like the sponge a little bit better. I feel like it still looked smoother and the coverage was a tad bit better. Haven't touched up, I haven't done anything, and this is how we're looking. Let me look up while the lights are turned off. You see? Here's the sponge and here's the brush. Hey, there's no creasing on this side right here on the sponge. You see how like smooth it looks and like how hydrating? What? My mascara smearing all over the place. I mean, flaking. I see a little bit of darkness peeking through. I will explain a little more tomorrow on why that happens. I'm always really excited when we've come to the end of the day and we look not gastada, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think this is it. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. All right, fam, here we are, day numero dos. So today we are going to color correct. If you don't have darkness or hollowness in your under eyes, and a concealer works perfectly on its own. And this is that type of concealer. It's very pigmented, it's smooth, it's hydrating, but we have discoloration. In order for us to get that flawless look, we need a color corrector to correct that darkness and give us that blank canvas to start with. So what I'm gonna do is do one eye. I'm gonna get the LA Girl Peach Corrector. All this is gonna do is cancel out the darkness, and you guys, I am like on maybe 5 hours of sleep, so I need some color corrector. So let's let this dry down maybe for like a minute. Okay, and then now I'm just gonna get this brush, the Morphe Coca-Cola brush, and then just blend it out. Pink will get rid of purples and blues, which is what I have in my under eye area. Then I'm just gonna tap it down with the sponge. You see, looks like we're concealed, but we're truly just corrected, working with a blank canvas. So now this is when the concealer comes. We're gonna conceal the area, and because we already have color corrector, we don't need as much concealer as we used yesterday. Okay, I did use a lot. I think I was just excited, and then I'm just gonna put a little bit here. Again, let this sit for a little. I always start blending anywhere outside of the under eye, so we give that area a little more time to dry down. I don't want to let it dry too much because then it's like it won't move. And I'm just gonna tap it in with this brush. This brush is super tiny and it's dense, So it'll really keep the product here and give us more of a fuller coverage. This concealer literally blends like butter. And you can bring it in here because this is where we have darkness. And then once again, we can just tap it over with our sponge. You see the concealment? Like, it looks a lot better today. You do see my dip here. You'll always see that dip. It's not going anywhere. But we did get rid of all the darkness. So, ooh. Oh, by the way, I fixed my backlight. I'm actually getting a new one today. So hopefully that one works. Okay, so I'm gonna do this eye and just speed it up a little bit. I like it today better, but I just love how the concealer is so hydrating and pigmented. Let me look up so you guys can see this coverage. We did take our time blending out, and we used the sponge. We saw yesterday the sponge was just the jam. So what I'm gonna do is just set the ojitos with this Dermablend powder and my powder puff. Grab a little bit of powder. I really love this powder. I like to change up the powders also when reviewing the concealer or any sort of product. Don't have much creasing today. Looking up, and I'm gonna set gently here. Whew. What you think? What you think? Nicely set. Again, let's turn the lights off. Ooh, with the lights off, it looks better. This is how it should look. Okay, let me look up. You see how smooth it looks? Feels smooth, it looks smooth, it's hydrating, it's all good. So what time is it? What time is it? Oh, it is 6:30 in the AM. Let me just finish up my face, then I'll be back. Like always, I didn't do anything to the under eyes, just put mascara and a little bit of eyeliner. So let me look up so you can see these bad boys. I really like how they look. Color correcting will always help, will always give you that nice corrected look. I feel like today we have good coverage and it's because of the color correcting. Doesn't mean that the concealer is bad. It just means that we didn't start with a one-tone base. We don't have those perfect under eyes that are not discolored, you know? If you do, oh my God, you're so lucky. Concealer by itself works beautifully, but if you have darkness and hollowness, of course, color correcting comes into play. I don't see creasing. What do you think? Close up. You see? They look good, huh? So this is it for now. We're gonna jump in front of the window because you know the window be telling us the truth, especially when it comes to concealer. And yeah, see you later. Bye. Let's look at this concealer. Ooh. You see that smoothness right there? Yeah. And then what, this hair is tripping. And then far away, well, further back, yeah, you can see it looks good. You see some of my creases, but I always will have creases. Like my under eyes are very creasy, but I like it. Today's definitely a better day, especially knowing how to work with the product, you know? But yeah. Okay, see you later. Bye. I'm back. It is 5:16. I literally just did a lip swatch video. That's why I have a different lipstick on. But before we get started, I do want to show you how the concealer looked about 2 hours ago. It was looking pretty good. I really like the coverage today. Of course, we use the corrector. I feel like it looks a little bit better today, but not far off from day number 1. And here we are. This is how the concealer looks. And oh, I'm excited. My mascara is flaking, so if it looks funky, that's it. And let me look up with the lights turned off. Camera, it looks good, right? Creasing's not really happening except for like the very top, which is where creasing happens the most because that's literally where your eyes blink. I don't fault it for that. Anytime a concealer starts creasing like way down here, it's like, yo, I don't even have creases there. Why are you creasing? You know what I'm saying? Oh, this concealer is so good because it's hydrating, it's buildable, it's creamy, it's pigmented most of all. If you do have darkness though, I would suggest a color corrector, either a peach or a pink, depending on the color of the darkness that you have. It complemented the corrector today. I really wanted to show you how that would look. I like it. I think it looks so good. I really love this concealer. This is one of my new favorite ones. I just love how beautifully it's set with powder, you know? But yeah, I think this is it. Just wanted to do a quick check-in and show you how these under eyes look. They look a-okay. And let me know your thoughts on this. I want to thank you guys so much for asking me to review it because I'm always so happy to review new products. And yeah, this is bomb. Bomb. I love it. I recommend it. I would buy it again. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and spending a little bit of your day with me. I love you guys so much. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, the button right there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.